Hey guys, so in this video we are going to go over the Unit 6 formative assessment, which is on integers and rational numbers. We're going to work through all the problems together so that you know what it is that you messed up on on this quiz. Alright, so the first two problems, it's asking you to find the absolute value. So if you look at number 1, this problem here is saying what is the absolute value of -2 8/10. Remember, absolute value is just asking you to tell us how far that number's distance from 0 is. So if you're looking at -2 8/10, -2 8/10 is 2 8/10 away from 0. So the answer would just be 2 8/10, positive 2 8/10. If you look at number 2, this is the negative absolute value of 42. What you're going to do here is start within your absolute value sign. So it's saying what's the absolute value of 42, and then you're going to find the opposite of that. So the absolute value of 42 is 42, and then we're going to find the opposite of that, which would be -42. So the answer for this one would be -42. Okay, so if you jump down to number 3, this is saying what is the opposite of -20. So what I like to do is I like to start within my parentheses here. So I'm starting with a -20. So I've got -20. I'm going to take the opposite of -20, which is +20, and then the opposite of +20, which is again -20. So the answer here would be -20. Again, what I did was I started at the center. In the parentheses, I have -20. The opposite of -20 is positive. The opposite of positive is negative. So our answer would be -20. And then for number 4, it's just saying the opposite of 16. Well, the opposite of 16 is -16. Okay, so that's 1 through 4. For number 5, it says fill in the missing integers on the number line, then graph the temperature from the scenario below and its opposite on the number line. So the first part of this was to fill in the integers on the number line. And since we had to convert this to a digital Google Forms for the students that missed school, we actually did not take off points if you did not fill in the numbers on the number line, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So I'm going to pause the video and fill out the number line. Okay, so we've got our positives all the way to 5 and our negatives all the way to -5. The second part of the question then asks you to graph the temperature from the scenario below and its opposite number on the number line. So the scenario right here says it is -3 degrees Fahrenheit in Siberia. Okay, so first let's graph -3. We should be placing a dot above the -3. And then the opposite of -3 would be over here, which is a +3. So some of you guys lost points because you didn't graph its opposite or you didn't graph both of them. All right, so taking a look at number 6, the directions tell you to convert the fraction to a decimal and use bar notation on repeating decimals. So looking specifically at number 6, there's a couple ways you could do this, and I'm going to show you the one that I would use. So I would do the cartwheel here for this mixed number and make it into an improper fraction. So the improper fraction, remember, you do 5 times 2, which is 10, and then you would add 1. So our numerator is 11, and we keep our denominator as 5. And don't forget that this is negative. So I'm going to go ahead and put negative in my answer because I know my answer needs to be negative. I know a lot of us forgot to add that negative. So from here, you just need to divide. So we're going to see how many times 5 will go into 11. Well, 5 can't go into 1, but it can go into 11 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. When you subtract, you get 1. You need to add your decimal, add your 0, bring down your 0. 5 goes into 10 2 times. Make sure that you bring up that decimal, so it should be 2 2/10. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract and you're done. So my answer is -2 2/10 here for number 6. Now for number 7, we don't have to convert it into a mixed number because we've already got just a fraction. So we are going to just do top dog in the house. So we're going to put 5 in the house and bring out your 9. 9 cannot go into 5, so we'll add a 0, add your decimal and a 0. But 9 can go into 50 5 times. 5 times 9 is 45. When you subtract, you get 5. Add a 0, drop a 0. 9 can go into 50 again 5 times. 5 times 9 is 45. When you subtract, you get 5. As you notice, you can see a pattern coming here. You're going to keep multiplying 9 times 5 to get 45, and you're going to keep getting the 50. So it's going to start repeating, so we can go ahead and put our fraction bar, or sorry, our repeating decimal bar notation, and make sure we bring up that decimal right here. So the answer should have been 0, and you could do 5/10 with the repeating bar, or you can put 2 5s. That's fine. On the Google Forms, I know we asked you to round to the nearest hundredth, so the answer there should have been 56 hundredths on the Google Forms. But for this one, the written one, it should have been 5/10 with the repeating bar over it. All right, so let's take a look at the next set of problems, 8 through 10. For these, they want you to compare the rational numbers below using the less than, greater than, or equal to symbol. So let's look at number 8. And number 8, it starts with, what is the absolute value of -4? So remember, absolute value is just a number's distance from 0. So how far away is -4 from 0? It's 4 away from 0. So I went ahead and wrote that down there because we will compare that to our other side over here, which is -4 2/5. Okay, so for this one, to convert it, you can go ahead and do your cartwheel here. And remember, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22. So 22 on top, 5 below. Now this is a negative, right? So some of you could stop here and just say, okay, well, a +4 is going to be greater than any negative answer, which is correct. But I'm going to go ahead and show the work here for the conversion just so that you can check your work. So here we're doing 5 into 22. 5 can't go into 2, but it can go into 22 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, bring down your 0. And then 5 can go into 20 4 times. So we get 4 4/10. So right here, the original problem, -4 2/5, is really just -4 4/10. So when we compare those two, the +4 is going to be greater than the -4. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 9. So number 9, it says absolute value of -3/8. And how does that compare to -38 hundredths? So the decimal that's on the right over here, we do not have to do anything to. We're going to compare that to whatever this is over here. So let's first just ignore the negatives and the absolute value signs, and let's convert 3/8 into a decimal. So top dog in the house, we're going to put the 3 inside the house and our 8 outside the house. Okay, 8 can't go into 3, but it can go into 30 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. 30 minus 24 would give us 6. Add a 0, drop a 0. 8 can go into 67 times. And 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract, and we get 4. Add a 0, drop a 0, and then 8 can go into 40 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40, and we're done. So just don't forget to bring up your decimal. So we have 375 thousandths. Now remember, the original problem, we had a negative, absolute value negative. Now I'm going to put the number that we got, 305 thousandths. Okay, so when you look at it, if you're looking at inside the absolute value of -375 and 75 thousandths. The absolute value of that would be a positive 375 thousandths. But then remember, the negative on the outside of the absolute value sign is going to make your answer negative. So we are comparing negative 375 thousandths to negative 38 hundredths. Now remember, when you're talking about negatives, the number that appears to be bigger actually has a smaller value. So if I was comparing these two numbers and they were both positive, I would say that this one is bigger. But since they're both negative, that's actually a smaller value. So our absolute value sign, or excuse me, our symbol should be the greater than symbol for our answers, because the negative absolute value of negative 3/8 is greater than the negative 38 hundredths that we have on the other side. All right, so let's take a look at our last one, number 10 on the front page. So we have a fraction there that we need to go ahead and convert, so I'm going to do that first. So we have 3/4. Remember, top dog in the house, so your 3 is going to go in the house and the 4 is going to stay outside of the house. So 4 goes into 3 0 times, but it will go into 37 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract and you get 2. Add a 0, drop a 0. 4 goes into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20, and we're done. Just remember not to forget to bring up that decimal point. So on the left-hand side, we had the absolute value of 75 hundredths. Well, remember, it's the distance from 0, so 75 hundredths is just 75 hundredths away from 0. So really, that's just 75 hundredths. And we're going to compare it to what's on the other side. So we've got 2 of those negative signs. So this is saying what is the opposite of negative 75 hundredths. Well, if you've got 75 hundredths, negative 75 hundredths, the opposite of that is positive 75 hundredths. So you're comparing 75 hundredths to 75 hundredths, and those two things are equal. So the answer here at the very top should be an equal sign, because these two things are exactly the same.